Okay, good day guys. Let's make a smoky dress. This is an example of a smoky dress. You see how it is. Now, in a smoky dress, you have to bring out your clothes depending on the measurement of the person. There are some that you have as off shoulder, it be like in form of tube. There are some that you have your shoulder, but this one now I'm making is off shoulder. Now, the person's length is 42. I offed it 5 to have my 37. Now here is my 5. You see, I have my 42. Now in off shoulder, normally for you to have your armhole, sorry, I've already cut out the cloth before realizing that I really need to make a tutorial, because this cloth is really hard for some people that didn't understand, but it's very simple to do anyways, to sew and make anyways. Now in your shoulder, whenever you are cutting all your clothes, if the person's shoulder is 16, you divide it by 2. Here is my 16, which is 8. This is my 8. You add your allowance, 10 inches allowance, making it 18. In my sewing, I normally add my 10 inches allowance. There are some that add 11 inches, some add 12. This is 19. This is my 19. Okay, the one I cut out was 9. Then when you have your shoulder, now it's easy for you now to make out. Since I offed 5 from it, now this is my armhole, where my armhole is supposed to be. Then this is the person half cut, which is the under bust for some people. Now whenever I want to have my normal waist from my under bust, I count it 4 inches. This 4 inches really shows me where my measurement really stops. So from here, 4 inches is my 17. This is my 17 here, and 8 inches, depending on the height of the person or how big or the measurement of the hip, I made it 8, which is the 25. That's my hip. You see how curved it is. This is the first the normal waist. This is the round under bust or first waist for some people. Now the first waist of the bust of the owner of the clothes is 39. So I made a 39 divided by 4, because this cloth goes round by 2, so you have to divide it by 4. So when you open it, it goes round the whole front. So now I have it, which will be, I think, 9.7 or so, thereabout. You see, then I now have my 10 inches allowance, giving me my 19. That's 19 I showed you guys before. 19. Now the round on the bust is 33.5, which will show me 8.2 or so. 8.2 plus 10 inches. This is my 18. The waist is 9.36 divided by 4, 9. This is my 19. You see it, my 19. I'm giving everything 10 inches allowance, and I'm not adding extra, because there are sometimes that after sewing the clothes, you have extra allowances that you still need to cut off. That's a waste of clothes and a waste of your rubber thread. Now the hip is 43, which is 10.8 or 10.9, which is 10.9, but I did approximately 10, which is almost 20. You see, or even all these 10 inches allowance I'm still adding there'll still be enough. This is excess allowance, it will still be enough. Some people like allowance in their clothes, because there are some that will complain, I'll get fat too. Why don't you add clothes so that later I will lose it, and every other thing. Now this is the remaining part of the clothes. Now you will now cut out. I've already cut out the clothes. This is how it is, you know. Now, how do I sew it? In sewing this smoky gown, you have to you need your rubber thread. You usually come in this form, this way, elastic thread. This is how it looks like. Now this elastic thread, you're gonna reel it in your reeler and put under. Now the topmost thread should be your normal thread. This is your normal thread. Your normal thread. This is how it is. Place your clothes here. There is no really much any amount that you have to leave here. This is just the part for weaving. You have to weave the utmost part for finishing touch to be very neat, and you have to sew at the front of the fabric, not the back. Not the back. I don't really know if there is you will notice the difference. Here is more bluish than here. So this is the back of the cloth. This is where the leather thread goes, and this front part is where the normal thread should go. Now let's start sewing. Sorry, let me try that again. Now let's start sewing. I've started the sewing. You see, then you have to draw with your hand. Maintain the line. Maintain that straight line. Once you are sewing it, you have to draw it with your hand. See how I'm drawing it with this hand, and see how I'm stretching it with this. I'm drawing it with this hand and I'm stretching it with this hand. Now let me continue sewing. Now I'm at the end of the sewing. This is how it is. It looks like it is already see, if you stretch it, you leave it, it comes back. This is how it's gonna be till the end of the sewing. It will now look somewhat like this. Can you see it? This is as big as this first one, but see how shrinked the whole look at it. Look at the difference. Very big, but after sewing it, this is what you get. This is what you get. You sew it line by line. This is what you get at the end of the day. This versus this. How it started, how it ended. Look at it very well. You see it? Did you see? This is it here. This is what this is all about. You see how it looks like. Now once you are at this end, now look at how it is now. Once you are at this end, you make sure that the pin is still on the cloth. Now you raise this up and adjust the cloth. Do you see how adjusted it is? Then you bring the pedal down, and I don't know what that is called. Anyways, you sew it like 1, 2, 3, 4 to make this perfect line, as if you use the ruler to sew it. Look at it here. I sew it 4. Wait, look at it here. These 4 things I sewed. See it here? Did you see it here? Look at it here. 4. So it will turn it to this cube shape. Then you take it here again. Once you take it from here, you start going up again. If you reach at that extreme, you sew it 1, 2, 3, 4. You come down again. Once you reach here, 1, 2, 3, 4, you go this way again, so that it will be very neat. There are some that don't know this trick. Anyways, that's how I sewed my own. I've done this 4. See, it's still down. I raise it up again. Now that I've raised it up, I adjust this cloth this way, because now I'm coming down again this way, no longer going up. Since I've adjusted it to 4, this is it. I bring down this part again, then I sew it straight. You watch. Okay, you see how my hand is. I'm stretching it out so that I achieve that perfect sewing that I needed. Now if I should drop this phone now, where my hand will go is this way. I'll use my hand to pin it and draw it. As I'm sewing it, my hand is stretching this one this side. You see how stretched it should be, and this one is drawing this one upward. Now I'll sew it down so that you see that perfect shape difference between the first line and the second line. Let me hold it so that you see it. Did you see it? Hope you're seeing it. I use this hand to stretch it this way, relax it so that it will still be straight. As I'm going down, I use my hand to spread it, and use this other hand now to draw it this way so that it will be very perfect. This is what I achieved. You see how the line are. If you leave it now, see how it shrinks. That is how I did this one. You see how the line is as if you use your hand to measure it, but it's only achieved by these 4 lines you have to do here. Look at it here. Look at it. 1 2 3 4. I curved it and started going down. Once I reach at that extreme over there, here, for me to curve again and start again, I'll do it 1 2 3 4. I'll curve down again. That's how I did it, like this, like this, like this, till I achieved this perfect sewing. Very neat and very perfect. Once your customer sees it very nice, they will appreciate your work. It's not easy. This cloth took me like a day to finish from top to bottom. So you guys, I don't know how you achieve yours. Because this is not the first time I sew this cloth anyway, so that's why I could achieve it in a day. The first time I sew it, my legs swole up. It's very hard, but as time goes on, you perfect it. You know your mistakes, you know easy way to sew it, and it will be very neat. So thanks. The only thing I'll do now is, after sewing it and achieve this same thing here, I'll just place them front. This is the front, this is the back. This is how the rubber thread will be at the back of the clothes. You see, this is how the rubber thread is at the back. This is how the normal thread is at the front. This is the front. You see, this is the back. So now I'll place this cloth, the front where you have your normal thread versus the front of this back one where you have your normal thread. You join them here. You just join them. You don't even need to shape, because once the person wears it, it takes the shape of the individual that is wearing the clothes. So once you finish it, you shape it straight. That's all. Doesn't require rigorous resizing, and then you now take it to weaving. They will now weave the mouth. You see this mouth that have all this excess fabric, excess, I don't know what this one is called. You go to weaving and they weave it out for you. Voila, the person that has the clothes will take it. Thank you. Please subscribe to our channel. I'm a first timer anyways. I just tried. I said, this knowledge that I have, let me also, I know there are some novice and some people that really want to learn in a more simpler way. That's why I make this video anyway. So I would like you to subscribe to my channel and learn more. There are other designs that I will still bring out, but as time goes on, I will do that. Thank you, and remain blessed.